Why, you shouldn't say anything in front of customers. So, this story happened back in November last year, just after I started working at my new job. This story involves me getting told off and a written warning because some customer decided to be annoying. Yes, it was partly my fault too. I shouldn't have said what I said. Let me set the scene. It is 8:05 on an evening. The store closes at 8. My shift finishes at 9, but the hour in between the customers leaving and me finishing my shift is important because there's a ton of tidying up to do. Anyway, at 10 to 8, 5 to 8, and 8 o'clock, we make the announcement over the town that the store will be closing. It normally goes something like this as a customer announcement. Today our store closes at 8 o'clock, which is in 10 minutes' time. Please begin to make your way to the tills. Thank you for shopping at X. So anyway, it's 5 or 6 minutes past 8, and I can't start tidying up until all the customers have gone. I'm waiting for the last customers to finish shopping. Apparently there are some people still shopping upstairs. My coworker comes over, and we're talking whilst waiting for the last customers. Anyway, I was joking around, and I go, this is a customer announcement. The store is closed. Everyone get out because I want to go home. Not down the town or anything. Literally just to my coworker. As a joke because the customers are taking ages and I have like 6 tills to tidy and bins to empty. My shift doesn't even end for another hour, so it's not even like he's eating into my personal time. Anyway, customer comes round the corner just as I say that. I didn't know if he overheard me, but after I'm done checking him out, he asks for my manager. He tells my manager what I said, thinking it was directed at him. It wasn't. There was still other customers loitering around. And that is the story of how I ended up in the manager's office with a formal warning about being rude to customers. Oh, and the last customers didn't leave until like 20 past 8, and I barely got any of my jobs done. Yes, it was probably rude of me to say that, but I didn't mean for any customers to overhear. Also, don't ignore like for closing announcements and rock up to the till with a full trolley at 5 minutes past closing. PLDR, don't check about with your coworkers if there's any chance of customers overhearing.
Customer blows up at 3 separate employees because he can't skip the line. This lovely tale happened recently on Mother's Day. I work at a certain big box craft store as a sales floor lead, and Sundays are usually the worst day of the week for us personally coverage-wise. And this one already wasn't great as we had to call outs for the closing crew. And around 3 p.m. we got overwhelmed with lines at the registers, curbside orders ringing off the hook, framing counter busy, you name it. I was headed up front to bring up a curbside order when an annoyed-looking man in a suit makes a beeline towards me from the register areas. I see, annoyed customer. Me. I see, excuse me, can you help me? Me, oh, of course, how can I help you? I see, I need to make a return. Me, okay, just head in line over there, gestures towards the line, and the cashier will be able to assist you. I see, you want me to get in line. Look at how long it is. The line here is about 5 people long, which, yes, is long for one cashier. But I knew my other co-worker was already on her way up as she had also been taking out an order, and our other cashier was on their break. Me, I'm so sorry, sir. We're having a bit of a rush right now, but my. I see, cutting me off. There's only one cashier up there. Don't you think that's kind of ridiculous? I mean, come on. Me, yes. We are short-staffed tonight. We had some call-outs, but my co-worker will be up shortly and I have too. I see, cutting me off again. I just think it's ridiculous that you think I should wait in that when you only have one cashier. Like, just, can't you see how it's wrong? It's pretty obvious by his mannerisms and the way he's looking at me that he intends for me to drop my tasks and simply march over there and open up a new till just for him so he can skip the line, which I feasibly could have but absolutely loathed the idea of doing, and fortunately in this situation I am allowed to refuse. Me? Well, I'm sorry. He just looks at me. I just look him, and then he gives an exasperated sigh before stomping off towards the line. My co-worker gives me a knowing look as she passes us and quickly opens up another till. I took out the remaining orders and assisted the in-store customers who flagged me down, and not even 10 minutes later, the line was gone. My co-worker was talking to the cashier, and the cashier told me that the guy had initially tried to cut the line and yelled at her when she said he couldn't do that. But then he saw me, and when I also didn't let him cut, he waited in line until he eventually got my other co-worker, at which moment he then went off at her. The best part, she told him pretty much the same thing I did and reiterated that we'd had to call outs. When he frustrated, he yelled, "I don't even know what call out means." Lucky you.
Woman wants refund without returning her purchase. Today a woman called my store about a refund of a garden furniture, which she bought 2 weeks prior in a different store of my employer, and according to our policy this is totally fine. We told her she only had to come in and we would refund her her money. About a half hour later the same woman called again and asked if she could keep the garden furniture because she couldn't fit them in her car. Also she asked if she could get the refund without bringing it back in the store and send us instead photos of the damaged chair. In the busiest time of the day for near hour I tried to tell that woman by phone that this was not possible and went fully enchanted, which doesn't get its way. Anyhow, she brought the goods in the store and demanded to speak to my store manager and went full ballistic over him how incompetent his employees are. And in her rage she forgot to take her refund with her. Yes, I hope this fits in, and sorry for my bad English, because it is not my first language. Edit. I'm from a non-English speaking European country.
Customer decides to test her new pepper spray in the checkout line. This happened yesterday. A customer came up with her 6-year-old kid. As I'm checking her out for the various items on the counter, she decides to grab the pepper spray that she was purchasing and test it out by spraying it on the floor. She gave the bottle several good spritzes before I realized what was happening, but it was already too late. My eyes start watering. She starts coughing. I somehow managed to finish up the transaction and get her out the door. The worst part was that my manager wouldn't let me close down my till for a little while to let the spray dissipate, so I had to stand there for the next several hours in the fumes from this lady's stupidity. I really need to find another job.
Check out my other awesome videos.